Got a couple carrots round my neck. Self-respect, when you out of line, you put yourself in check. They don't hear me, they don't hear me though. Cycles going round and round and round like a merry-go. Stand for truth, or fall for any old scenario. That's why I keep my circle smaller than a Cheerio. Cause it's the company you kick. Stay woke, please don't get caught slick. End up sowing what you reap. Know your worth and don't sell cheap. The ghost is inside of me, can't take it out of me. No matter where I've been, got where I'm meant to be. I be shining perfect timing, check your watch. And I know who I am, I am no longer lost. I got tired of walking around with a mask on, smiling but my heart singing sad songs. Yeah, I was living for myself, I was dead wrong till I get the call, no cell phone. I got tired of walking around with a mask on, smiling but my heart singing sad songs. Yeah, I was living for myself, I was dead wrong till I get the call, no cell phone. Man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Yeah. Made in this image, I'm a young man. You talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, made in this image, I'm a young OG boy.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer,
What is going on, entertainers? So today I'm coming to you guys with another Hollywood Hot Topics. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. You already know what we're gonna get into. Okay, so first, let's just get started with, and I know y'all sick and tired of me talking about Blueface Chrisean, but that's what's mostly going on online. It's been a slow week, a slow news week. That's why a lot of these blogs pick up on this Blue and Chrisean drama because it's a slow news week. A lot of people, they don't want to be one to cover them because they get annoying, but that's just what's going on. So let's talk about the interview. Y'all. This interview, like watching them at this point, is just getting exhausting. It's getting super tiring. Like, I feel like I'm doing a job when I'm watching them, which isn't good. I feel out of breath after I watch them. But okay, so it starts off with Jason like sort of comparing them to like iconic couples and says that they're Jay-Z and Beyonce before they start drinking. First of all, don't you ever disrespect Beyonce like that. And fix your mouth to even mention Beyonce like that. Jason, I don't know why he thought that was like a funny comparison to make and said that they're Whitney and Bobby without, the powdered donuts and stuff like that. So that's where he started off with. Of course, in this interview, you could tell Chrisean, of course, is still very much, drunk boots, drunker than a Cooter Brown. But this time she was a happy drunk. She was very happy, loopy, you feel me, very giddy. She was that type of drunk. So she was in a good mood, which is always good when it comes to Chrisean, because you rather that than her to be very, very mad and angry, which was what Sharp got. So shout out to Jason Lee for getting, the happy drunk. So then Jason Lee, you guys, starts to praise the show, which I'm like, okay, it's good that they're in your presence and like you happy, you interview them, blase blase. But like the show isn't all that. If you really watch the show in depth, it was okay. It wasn't horrible, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like the best. He made it seem like it was the best thing since sliced bread, that like the editing and like just the visuals were like impeccable. I was like, wow. Just the way that he was saying, he was like, it's a really good show. Like, it's really good. You feel me? Like, it's really good. And I'm just watching it like, did we watch the same show? Because it was all right. But okay, Jason. And then the topic of marriage comes up and they start tussling. Rock at one point looks as if she threatens Blue, like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit you if you don't say the right thing." And then Jason was like, "Oh, we don't have insurance for that." He was like, "We don't have insurance for that. I don't think insurance covers that." That was one of the things he says. And Jason asks Blue, why did she get chosen out of all of the other Blue girls that were in the house on season one? Why was she, the golden child? Why was she the chosen one? And he doesn't really give like a direct answer to that, which was kind of annoying. Now, he lightly kind of said, "Oh, because she's Rockhead, she's a star, blah 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 blah," the typical line. And he asked her about the Angela Yee thing. This is why I feel like Jason should have snapped on her, because she got real cute. And this is the problem with Rock. It was all sweet and all when she was humble, but now you can tell she's sort of getting a big head, which isn't good because her head's already big. So her getting a big head like she is really really bad, because they asked her about the Angela Yee interview, and then she was like, "Why did you get mad when she mentioned, I forgot what she mentioned, I think something about, I guess, Blue sleeping with other women or something to that effect." And she was like, "Yeah, but like, yeah, if you want to play with your money, bro, like if you want to play with your money, then you could do that, bro. Like, yeah, it's on that type of time." Like basically telling Angela Yee, like, if you don't want to, if she didn't like kind of check herself, that like she would have lost the bag by the interview not being completed. And I'm like, whoa, you talking hot stuff, Chrisean, as if she been in this industry for decades. But okay. And then Jason Lee brings up, Blueface's sausage. Cause if the girls that know. If you guys go on that old SoundCloud, you guys know what I'm talking about. Blueface, you guys, had his sausage on a SoundCloud cover that leaked like years ago. And that's where he brought it up during the interview, and she didn't even want that to be even talked about. You can tell that she really wears the pants in the relationship, which is kind of crazy because Blue's a Crip, so you thought he'd be wearing the blue jeans, but no, she's wearing the blue jeans, literally and figuratively. She's wearing the jeans and wearing the pants in the relationship, because in the interview, she shuts him down a lot of time when he tries to answer certain things, and he lets her kind of overtalk her, which is like, it threw me off a little bit more in this interview more than ever, because I noticed it a lot during this interview. You said Angela Yee needed to get checked. To be honest, she was very respectful in that interview that she did with the whole lipstick podcast that she has. She was very respectful. So I don't think Angela Yee needs to get checked. I think Angela Yee was too nice in that interview, in my opinion. So then we bring out the gifts, because y'all know Jason Lee's Santa Claus. He might have lost the weight, but he still has the fat Santa heart. So he brings out the gifts, and he gives her a Henny bottle. This where Jason lost me. This girl got a drinking issue. Why are you giving her more alcohol? You're basically telling her what you're doing is okay. And people were saying in the comments, "Oh, he was doing that in order for her to act more of a fool." I don't think so. I just think Jason didn't really think about that. Like, you really are giving somebody who's like a drunk more drinking alcohol. And a big Henny bottle at that too. It was like a big, big, big Henny bottle. Like huge. So after that, they get into, of course, Chrisean like background and stuff like that. And we get into the brother, and the brother getting like arrested and stuff. And she was like, "He's not even famous, bro." So Jason's like, "Well, yeah, you guys made him famous because y'all brought him on the show." And then she's like, "Yeah, yeah, say that again, yeah." Basically, feeling herself because they got him on the show now. He's like a reality television personality. So then Jason was like, "Oh, y'all got me working for my check. Y'all got me working for my check. Y'all got me working for my check." Because I'll say this, say what you want about Jason, but he handled them really well, even though he didn't get the most answers out of them, which he can't control because they're like kids. But he really did the best that he could tackling them both, because especially Rock, because not only she was drinking, the dog was running around, there was rolling up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he did the best that he could with them, to be honest. Rock kept calling him messy, and they asked him about the whole Gunna situation. So if y'all know what happened with the whole Gunna thing, with the whole snitching situation, they asked Blueface about it. He didn't really want to speak on it. I guess it's like a weird thing where like certain rappers don't really want to talk about the whole Gunna situation because I feel like they're gonna be looped into if they think snitching is okay or not. So he didn't really like say something about it. Rock was like, they ain't got nothing to do with us, babe. Like he not even here, babe. So like, what are you talking about? Okay, being low key disrespectful to Jason, but Jason was letting it ride. Okay, and keep drinking. And he just kept and just let her kept drinking, kept drinking, kept drinking. So then Jason brings up if they're going to have a wedding, he wants to be there and says that there should be a gay choir. And that's where we get into the gay rumors. And y'all know this Blue, he's like, feel me? I'm not homophobic. You feel me? I'm not like I'm a crip, but I'm not homophobic. You feel me? You could do what you want with your DICK. You feel me? The only DICKs I got is on my Glock. So yeah, I'm not homophobic though. So he says he's not homophobic, and then this is where Jason Lee brings up the whole audition. And if you guys remember the Bad Boys audition, Blueface knew what a tuck was. A lot. The thing is, the common straight dude wouldn't know what a tuck is. They would be like, "Where is your DICK?" But but don't get me wrong, some dudes do know. So I'm not gonna say that. But like the average straight dude, they wouldn't know they wouldn't know what a T girl does, which is tuck. Some T girls, of course, but ones that are pre-op, they wouldn't know what that is. So that's where Jason was kind of alluding to, like, how did you know that she tucked it that hard and that she got a good tuck? Okay, because he was giving Judge off of RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, he was RuPaul in that moment. He was just like, that's a good tuck. Category is endless tucks. So that's what kind of Jason was alluding to. You could tell Rock got a little defensive at that point because she don't want that rumor out there about her man, liking other dudes. So she was kind of like being a little defensive when it came to that whole topic. But he said he's not homophobic. He was just like he has no issue with that buzz, which I don't think Blue is, to be honest. He just doesn't seem like that type to be, in my opinion, at all. So they talk about him boxing Swaggy P and the whole boxing career gone wrong, which I feel like that is the profession he needs to take serious. I think he needs to give up the music career. We're gonna talk about that music too, because it was trash. It was hot trash. We're gonna talk about it after I'm done with this interview. Whoo! That's all I gotta say is whoo after I heard that song. But we get into Swaggy P, and if he wants to fight Swaggy P, he said he'll fight Swaggy P at any amount that he wants to put out. He gonna fight him with any like a good chunk of money if he wants to do it. And Rock is kind of like stopping him, like, why would you even want to do that? Like, nay, bro, no. Which I'm like, you need to stop trying to control this man's career, because at the end of the day, boxing is the route he does need to go down, because music is not going to hit from him 6-7 years from now. People are going to get sick of y'all antics. Y'all not going to trend as much, and it's just going to get outdated. So he's going to have to do something to where he gets a good coin. And I don't see a Blueface and Rock Crazy in Love going for 5 and 6, 7 more seasons either. So you might want to let him focus on that boxing, Rock. Just saying. So Rock, you guys, says that she's a provider and a healer. I don't know what she's healing, but she's providing the alcohol. And I don't know if I know what she's providing. She's healing with the punani. So she's providing the punani and healing with the punani and the alcohol. So that's what I'm guessing she's referring to, because I don't see her being any of those. So this is where Jason Lee, you guys, you could tell. I'm not saying he didn't do his research, but he could care less about them as like artists, because he goes, "Oh yeah, your song, Chrisean, right? Party all the time." When I tell you, I let out the hardest laugh when he said that. I said, he might as well have said, "Your song, Party in the USA," featuring Miley Cyrus. How was that recording that in the booth? The song he was talking about, you guys, is Vibe. So he was talking about, it's a vibe all the time. Put me in my eyes. They want to see me win because they know I'm on the rise. It's a vibe. Okay, the acoustic version. He was talking about the song Vibe and how it's a big hit or whatever. And they play the games towards the end because y'all know Jason plays the games at the end of his interviews. So they play the games at the end of his interviews, and they play this DM game. Blueface did not let him check his DMs, so that says a whole lot. Who knows what's in there at this point? For all we know, it's probably Natalie in the DMs at this point. Who knows? So, but he kind of switched it on Jason and tried to get Jason to show his DMs, and said the reason why he don't want to show his DMs because he doesn't want Jason to make it more dramatic than what it is. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means. That just means you got girls in your DMs, or T girls, or dudes, something in there that you don't want people to know. Okay, and It's a Vibe is a bop, so don't y'all be hating on Rock. Okay, I know I don't like what Rock be doing, but it's a vibe. That it hits and it stick like grits. So don't be hating y'all. Okay. So then they play this other game where they put pictures up on the screen and they ask them what do they think of like the person, like first word come to mind. And they put Lizzo in the Halloween costume with Chrisean. Chrisean felt so some type of way. She was just like, I don't know, bro. Like, some people just want to do it for attention for real. Like, I don't know if she dressed up as Halloween, me as Halloween for attention for real, or she coming from a genuine place. And I'm trying to be transparent. That's Chrisean's favorite word. She needs if Chrisean Rock is going to drop an EP, she needs to drop an EP titled Transparent because she loves that word. Okay, I noticed that. She drinking out of a bottle, she being transparent. She taking a dump, she being transparent. She sleeping with Blue, she being transparent. Okay? Like everything is transparent, transparent, transparent. She loves that word. So that needs to be the title of her song, or it needs to be a part of her child's name. Christianity Transparent Malone Porter. Let's put it in the atmosphere, okay? We get Jamie Foxx on the screen, says that he's a legend. And Lola Brooke, you guys, gets put up on the screen. And Rock says that Lola Brooke is up next and says girls like her, Ice Spice. Said, I know you're like, listen, people told me that Ice Spice's EP is really good. Let me know if it is. I haven't listened to it yet, but for Rock to say Ice Spice is up next, that says a lot. Like a lot. I said, wow. Anyways, they play this tweets game and they could care less. Jason brings up the 10K people that Blue slept with, and like he didn't really want to own up to that number. And Jason said he just got on prep and mentions it to Blue. Blue didn't even know what that was. I said that's a shame because that's something you should be on, Blue, especially with the stuff that you do. So yeah. He did not even know what prep was. He thought he was talking about preparation H girl. So at the end it was kind of weird. Blue starts to talk about how he gets his nails done, and that sort of proves that he's like a clean dude because he gets his nails done. And I'm like, what? It's kind of weird, but that was just really, really weird. And then by the end of the interview, guys, Jason probably gained like 10 pounds from all that stress that Blueface and Chrisean put him through, because he was just, you could tell he was tired from dealing with them too for that hour he had to interview them, you guys. Sources say he had to get back on Weight Watchers because of that interview, guys. He doused himself in fast food and alcohol due to him being so stressed from that interview, y'all. Just saying. Okay, so now let's get into Blue and Chrisean's song Lit. Okay, we getting lit. Okay, we getting lit. So that's the music video, you guys. Shout out to both Dave Polo. I don't like the song, but since it's a Dave Polo production, I like the video because I f with Dave Polo. The song is trash. It's trash. The friends and the exes, in the words of Roller Ray, needed to all throw that song away. We have all her fake friends, in my opinion, supporting it, knowing well that she could do way better than this. We've heard way better than this from her. I think Vibe is a good song. I think Rainy Days is a really good song. It just needed a lot more production, meaning like she needed more lines in the song. It was too short of a song. She could have had more verses in the song. But Rainy Days is actually a good track. Had they given that song to like a Coi Leray and she mixed and mastered it and made it better, I could guarantee you that song would be a TikTok type song. I can guarantee you, because that song was actually good. But this song, trash. It literally sounds like something that a blue girl wrote and gave it to her. Blueface also being on the song and sort of co-signing it shows me like you're really leading this girl down like a failed path, because the song just had no structure. It's too short too, and she's just saying the same thing and talking in the song and sort of just like clapping her hands, and it's just not good at all. Like at all. So let me know what y'all thought about the video and song, cause and mind you, this is the same around the same time she filmed the Sharp interview. So I don't know, maybe that's why it kind of caused that whole aggravation, because she was so exhausted. Someone said I listened to it on the iPod. You're stupid. You guys are dumb. I swear to God. You guys are so dumb. If y'all know that Nene said, I listened to that on the iPod. But this was around the same time she filmed the Sharp interview. They filmed it during the Sharp interview. Like it's after the Sharp interview. So maybe that's kind of why she was so in like an erratic state, because she was probably so busy around that time. Still doesn't explain her doing all that though during the interview. But hey. We even see her going kind of crazy. So this is why people think some of these things are for clout, because them putting all that stuff in the music video, people are gonna think that this was all set up and that it wasn't actually real. But she says, according to her, that it is actually real. So at this point, what do we believe? Okay, Jason did what he could with the interview, so I can't even be mad. But interviewing them to me would just not be the tea for me, like ever, because you're not going to get any direct answers out of them. They kind of tiptoe dance around it. They drink around the answers. Who would have thought people could do that? Usually celebrities, they sort of like dance around like questions. Blueface and Chrisean drink around the questions and smoke around the questions. You see what I mean? They said, where was Gina and Sharp in the video? They didn't put them in the video probably because they probably had to get their release on there. And Sharp probably didn't want to be in there. Someone said she's doing better interviews on her own without Blueface, because her B. Simone interview went pretty good. I said that too. Yeah. Her B. Simone interview was actually really, really good. She was sober. And I think probably B. Simone not recommended that, but demanded that. Because I just don't see B. Simone just interviewing a drunk Chrisean. Okay. Let me know what y'all think about the song, what y'all thought about the interview and all that. Okay. Next I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Beyonce and Natalie's deal in Dubai, and the LGBTQ community, my community, you guys, bashing Natalie's deal. Okay, Natalie worked her butt off to get Beyonce to go to Dubai, and you guys have made it a spectacle. You guys have turned it into a hate train. Now Natalie, you guys, is never going to go out of her way to do us this big one and do us, what we can, because now you guys are turning into a hate train, and that's not cool. Here's what I think. I didn't take any offense to her doing it in Dubai, because there's a lot of celebrities that have performed in Dubai that are huge supporters of the community. So it's not like she's doing it in a way that's like very disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think people kind of overreacted, to be honest, especially the LGBTQ advocates. And here's what I'm thinking. These whole headlines, right? Let me tell y'all something. I feel like we're taking people that are joking about things and we're making it like it's like it's actually serious, because Twitter is a big playground. So a lot of these reactions that people are getting are from Twitter. A lot of people will say, oh, Beyonce put out Renaissance a gay album. Next thing you know, she's in Dubai. Ha ha ha. See how that works? Half the time they know Beyonce wouldn't mean no harm and they're just joking about that. But people will take that, they're like, oh my God, she's getting all this backlash. Oh my God, she's getting all this hate. And they're taking that and they're putting it into it. Just like with the whole natural woman thing with Aretha Franklin, like, you make me feel like a natural woman. That whole thing, I feel like was a whole joke and people blew it up to a bigger thing than what it was, because I really doubt trans people are sitting there being offended about that song when that song is played throughout the drag community in the gay clubs like 24/7. So how would we just now all of a sudden just take offense to it now and not years ago? It just doesn't make any sense. So it seems like this is social media working and trying to pit people against each other. That's what it's giving, in my opinion. Someone said Beyonce secured the bag. Plus, some LGBTQ men still eat them Chick-fil-A. Exactly. Twitter is a huge bridge that the trolls live under. Like nothing is serious there. Exactly. They're getting a lot of these reactions from Twitter. It's a bunch of trolls. If you take anything on Twitter serious, you're like a joke. Because nobody on there is serious. Everybody, Twitter people play on there like 24/7. Like it's no joke. 24/7 people play on there. And people are thinking Dubai is this super, super, super homophobic place. But if you guys watch Real Housewives of Dubai, there was a clip during the reunion where they discussed some of the things that happened in Dubai. Right here. Hold on, you guys. Okay, they talked about some of the things that happened in Dubai, which I'm not going to play the audio, but here they asked about why they decided to do the show in Dubai. And because of course Bravo is like a predominantly like gay network, and Andy asked some of the women like what are some of the rules that are in Dubai that like people can't do, like gay couples. Some people in the comments were not, agreeing with it as well. So some people in the comments didn't believe it. So at this point, who knows? Okay. Someone in the comments even said this is why people need to travel and get cultured. Everywhere you go has a problem. It just depends where you are. The problem is, especially Americans, and I'm American, leave your home, truly get to know people, and educate on the cultures and the rules. Okay. Yeah. And for the amount of money that she was getting, come on. I can guarantee you when she starts touring in the US, she's going to start, of course, playing more songs from the Renaissance album. I think that's why a lot of people were mad. That's why the girls were really mad. She didn't do any songs from the Renaissance album. Now she was down there, break my soul, and doing cozy, and had T.S. Madison walk up out there and said beige, fluorescent beige, I'm black. Then nobody would be complaining. But it's because that Renaissance album wasn't on there. That's why people felt some type of ways. Okay, that's what I think. So we need to give Natalie her flowers, okay, and leave Natalie alone, because Natalie did us a big one by letting us have Beyonce in Dubai, which is a huge, huge deal. Shout out to my girl Natalie. Hold on, you guys. Natalie, where you at? Nat. I think I took Natalie out. Where Natalie at? Oh yeah.
Natalie, stop it!
Okay, shout out to my girl Nat. Next thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, was the BBWLA trailer. Y'all, when are the producers gonna do better? This trailer looked like boring. I don't even know if I'm gonna cover it because I don't want to cover something y'all not tuning in for. I'm sick of doing that. Okay, I'm sick of doing it. If you guys are not gonna tune in, what's the point of me covering it?
To return.
Okay, so Basketball Wise dropped the Part B trailer. If you guys were subscribed to me for like a minute, y'all know I did Part A. I did the recaps for Part A. And Part A was very, very boring. Okay, it had some funny moments, don't get me wrong. Like when Brooke was like, you said you wanted some baby shower food, like little stuff like that. It was a couple funny moments. But overall, the season was hot garbage. Okay, we have the same old people on there, and it's getting tiring. Jennifer, why are you on there? You're still not even married yet. Okay. And I don't want to hear, oh, we should bring Evelyn back so that way it could. No, we don't need Evelyn back to come on the show and bully another black woman so we can get some ratings. No. What they need to do is recast most of the cast and get younger basketball wise and stop putting Jackie Ben needed to retire. Jackie needs to be given the executive producer role that Shawnee has. Shawnee needs to leave the franchise completely. You're a preacher's wife, go be a preacher's wife. Give the EP role to Jackie so she could retire peacefully because she getting up there in age. Okay, she's gonna be catching hernias just like Natalie. I am excited though to see British's journey because she is going to be on house arrest. If you guys see right here, she got the ankle monitor on. The girl saying she was stealing out the mailboxes like the handler from Bobby I Love You Purr. And then unfortunately we're gonna see probably during the season Brooke's daughter's death play out, which is gonna be really, really sad. And then with the whole Angel thing, I'm sick of seeing Angel crying. I'm sick of seeing Angel talking about Tyreek. Why are you talking about Tyreek? Are you really talking about Tyreek? Every seasons, every season we see a girl pop up that says they slept with Tyreek. Like, I got a homeboy named Tyreek. So I'll be like, y'all talking about my homeboy Tyreek or y'all talking about this Tyreek? But I'm sick of it. And then also in this trailer, we're going to see Brandy and Duffy get into it, which I think is heavily produced. I just don't see them actually really falling out. She even says during the trailer, "Are you doing this for the cameras?" And then she's like, "Turn the cameras off. Turn the cameras off." Right? That looks very produced. Doesn't look real at all to me. We do see some Jackie getting into it with someone, and that looks like it's going to be Brooke again or Jennifer, one or the other. So yeah, same old, to be honest. A lot of people were saying they should have brought Megan back. Out of all the people they should have brought back, they really should have brought her back, but I doubt Megan wants to even do it at this point because she has reached a level in her career that I feel like has surpassed some of these girls than doing this show. But they need to not only recast this city, they need to go into other cities. LA is not the only place where they have basketball wives. Y'all need to go into like the Houstons, Atlantas, stuff like that to get some more interesting characters. And y'all need to get either rid of this cast or cast younger people. The trailer was boring. I could smell Jennifer's hot breath through the trailer. I'm like, let me stop. Okay, before I continue, guys, Rella Ray told me that the exes and the friends not hitting that like button.
It's time to finish these once and for what. Oh, and the friends, nothing to say. And the exes, still over there. Do I care? No. Oh, soon and soon.
Someone said, did BW end abruptly? So this is what happened. If you guys don't know what happened to this franchise, let me tell you what happened to this franchise and why this franchise went downhill. It's going to make a lot of sense. Their production company is the same production company that does Housewives of Atlanta. So that's why Housewives of Atlanta is boring. If you guys haven't noticed, whatever production company that is trash. So what happened was when they were filming this season, this is the second half of the season. So you're going to see stuff that happened probably May or June of last year, which is a long time ago. They had another production company that either quit or got fired. Something happened. I think they quit. And they had to find another production company. So they got the Atlanta Housewives production company to produce this season. So because the productions company switched in the middle of the season, they had to like delay filming. So they had to keep filming longer. They had to do a lot of pickup scenes. It was a whole lot of that type stuff while they were filming. So that's why they weren't able to put out the season in full. They had to split it in half. And they have a part A and part B. So what you guys saw last year was part A. So this in this trailer is going to be part B. This to me was the last season, the last best season that they had. This batch right here. This was the last best season they had. When they had Angel, Jackie, Malaysia, Drea, Tammy. This was the best cast. Had they kept this and sort of worked around it, I think it would have went a good way. Dre, of course, quit, which kind of sucks because that's someone I think if they brought back that would kind of revamp the show and kind of make the show progress. I don't think Evelyn should come back. They've tried that so many times and it's freaking backfired in their face every time because nobody likes Evelyn like that. She just goes after black women. That's it. That's like her only MO. So it's like, other than that, we don't really get anything from her. We don't want to hear you getting money from Carl Crawford. We know you're eating good over there because, getting all that Megan Thee Stallion residual. Okay? They should bring back Drea so everybody could pick on her again. Listen, Drea don't need that. Drea got her own money. She doesn't need the show. Same with Megan. They don't need the show. So she wouldn't come back. Even if they paid her like the highest of the highest, she wouldn't come back. Drea would not do that. I just don't believe it. Okay? They said Drea Mint Swim is doing what exactly, doing really well. And then Megan has her own podcast and has her own platform and stuff, so she's not gonna come back and do something like that, especially with the same old cast. It's gonna be the same storyline over and over and over again. So yeah, someone said Angel Brinks is Angel Brinks is really getting married to that gay man. Ooh, ooh, is that Shay Phaedra? Because it is. Listen, Rockstar. Okay, Michelle said he had a peach like he was a housewife. Okay. Oh, speaking of K Michelle, y'all, I cannot wait for her to drop that single, Whatever They My Land. Something, something, son. I can't say the lyrics because YouTube is so sensitive. Wherever my land. Okay, you already know what I'm talking about. I love me some K Michelle, by the way. So like the girls that know. Okay. Next thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, was T.I. and Tiny. So their trial came out and the verdict is it was a mistrial, you guys. Shout out to It's a Nick and Night exclusive. It's a Nick and Night exclusive. It's a Nick and Night exclusive. Shout out to Nick and Night. She was there during the whole court proceedings and they declared it a mistrial. So not either one of them finna walk out there with no coin. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that ruling was fair? I don't think it is, to be honest, because you could tell that these dolls were caricatures of the real group. I even seen recently the Black Eyed Peas, I think the owners of Black Eyed Peas, like the brand, they're suing these other dolls because they made these dolls called My Humps, and they kind of literally ripped off of the song My Lady, My Dumps, or something like that. The dolls are called. They literally copied off of the Black Eyed Peas songs and mimicked them. So they're going into court too. I don't think the band is, but the owner is, in order to file a lawsuit against them. So I wish they kind of won because I'm all for Black people going to court and winning, but they didn't. So shoot. But the girls were there, you guys. The girls came out. All the three OMG girls minus Regine, because y'all know Regine thought she was Beyonce and quit because she wanted that solo deal. But she ended up getting with YFN Lucci. You see right here? So there was all three of them at court, you guys. We have on the very, very right, Zonique. In the middle, we have Pink. And then this girl in the black. Okay, so that was them in the group. They still look really, really pretty. Especially Sister Girl in the black. Okay, so shout out to the OMG girls. Gucci this, Louis that. First of all, this is what I think. OMG Girl should have got in the studio with Carly Rae and they could have made a fire hit called Gucci This, Gucci That, featuring Gucci This, Gucci That, Fendi Prada, featuring Carly Rae. Benzino and Stevie should have produced it and it would have been a hit and it would have stuck like grits. But no, here's what it is. Next thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Doja Cat. I want to give a huge appreciation to Doja Cat. You want to know why? Because I feel like people are sleeping on Doja Cat and her aesthetic and what she's doing. Let me tell you what she's doing. This is Doja Cat's Lady Gaga era. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. This is Doja Cat's Lady Gaga era. The reason why I say this is because Remember when Lady Gaga used to step out in the meat dresses? She used to step out in these weird outfits in order to garner paparazzi attention. This is what we're witnessing in 2023, and the girls just need to get along with it. I like that the fact that she's putting so much work into her looks. We saw the look that she did during that whole fashion show where Kylie Jenner had that whole lion. Kylie Jenner literally had Caitlyn Jenner's face on her chest before Caitlyn shaved her beard on her chest. So to me, I really do appreciate that because we haven't seen that from artists in a minute. These artists these days are very lazy. So shout out to Doja Cat with still putting out music and still, garnering our attention, okay? Because she did this whole eyelash look because people wanted her to put eyelashes on the red look that she had where she was bald-headed. So shout out to Doja Cat. I just had to mention that real quick because the girls, they just don't get it, but I do, okay? I like Doja Cat. So you guys, there's a big rumor out there that's been circulating the past couple of days that Juan Dixon's not here right now. That, he's been out, with another women, fondling and handling. And it's really being put out there now that Juan Dixon was there right now, but he was there with another woman. Okay, it's this TikTok video that went viral with this guy saying that a lady approached him and told him that Juan Dixon has
to by some
kind of messed with her and kept it a secret. So take a look at this video, guys.
One who allegedly dated Juan during the end of COVID for over a year. Let's talk about it. So this user who will stay anonymous reached out to me and basically let me know that she dated Juan for over a year during COVID. She sent me a screenshot of where she tagged her location just so that I knew that she was telling the truth. She did mention that Robin does know, but asked her to not make it public, obviously. She also shared the very last text message that he sent her, which was on January 26th of 2022. So just almost a year ago at this point. She did not respond, but she explains why she stopped talking to him. She also shared a hotel invoice, which I have taken out a lot of the personal information because it did have Juan's personal info. So I've taken that out, but everything else on here is pretty much a normal invoice. This is a real hotel in Maryland. And I believe she was going to send this to producers, but I think she just didn't want to get caught in the crossfire because obviously Robin knows about this and didn't want her to make it public. But it appears Juan allegedly was doing some weird things. Here's a close-up of the invoice. You can see Juan Dixon's name is on it.
First and foremost, we know that this is nothing concrete. These things are once again allegations. But what it did make me remember is this tweet right here from Karen. And she put that MISS. Karen has been telling us this whole time the situation between Juan and Robin has been fake. And she has not let up on that. Now, how Karen knows who her intel is, I don't have a clue. One thing about Karen, she'll tell you a joke, but she'll never tell you a lie. And the fact that we saw that episode on Sunday, they got married on Monday. We having this conversation on a Tuesday. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. Getting back to Sundays.
Not the day breakdown. He said we watched the episode on a Sunday. It happened on a Monday, and then we breaking it down on a Tuesday. But what happened on Saturday? Let's continue. This should be funny, y'all.
Today's episode, I told y'all. I'm like, the way he responded to Robin asking him about a woman that he ain't supposed to be with seemed a little suspicious to me. Y'all was in the comment section. He just tired of being accused. Wouldn't you be tired of being accused too? I'm like, I would be tired, but good night. He was going off. One side piece told Georgia the reason why she cut him off is because when they would get together and do that thing, he would try to involve his friends, and she don't get down like that. But it does shed light to Karen's hug comment and about him wanting her. And unfortunately, with these new allegations with his coaching job, you really just don't know. Now I do believe Karen was protecting Juan, 1,000%. Y'all think somebody's making this up to sabotage them since they just got married? Or is this a truth happening in plain sight?
Okay, let me know what you guys think. Here's what I think though. I feel like Robin has stayed with Juan because she's felt guilty on the inside for the whole money situation. You guys know years ago she stepped out on him and then took some money, and then next thing you know the money was lost. So he checked his bank account and it was negative 50 million, negative 5 million. It was just negative. So I think she's always felt some guilt about that. So I think that's why she kind of allows him to do him. And anytime I see Juan on the show, he always looks guilty. Like, when somebody just finished doing something that you wasn't supposed to do, and then somebody looking at you and you felt like they looking at you because they know what you did. That's how the camera be looking at Juan. And Juan just always looked like he just did something. Like he just used the bathroom, he didn't wash his hands. You feel me? He just used the bathroom, he didn't wipe. Like it's giving that type of look every time the camera kind of pans at him. And then with the whole thing that came out with the whole allegation with the SA, that doesn't help out either. People are claiming that, he's one of the girls. I don't think so. That's just not the vibe I get from him. But I do think like he dibbles and dabbles, he slips around. And I do think though, like he likes, blonde, masculine women, which there's nothing wrong with that. You see Robin, she's a blonde, masculine woman. So that just is what it is. I will say though that them getting married the time frame that they did is kind of weird because you guys got to remember when they film these shows, they film them months in advance. So the fact that they're just now getting married is kind of weird because why didn't you guys do it like during the show filming? Why is it just now? So people are now claiming they're doing it now and Juan's willing to get married so quickly now because of the whole lawsuit, because that lawsuit doesn't really look good for him because he knew about an SA that was happening to one of the students working there. I mean, not working there, going to the school, and one of his students that he was coaching, and he didn't report it. Which, if you know something like that, you got to report it. You can't just stand there. And not even that. It's one thing just to not report. You got to report it just based off of morals, not even just because it's code of conduct. Like, if you know something happening, just like tell somebody they need to know. Because no student's just going to make that up for nothing. And it's embarrassing, too. You said, know what happened. What happened to P? Y'all can hear me, right? Y'all can hear me? I just didn't feel like getting on camera. That's why I'm still here. Okay, but yeah, that's why the whole SA thing is looking really, really bad on him because he knew and didn't say anything. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that whole thing. Okay, so right now, you guys, oh, one last thing, y'all, if y'all been watching my Love Hip Hop family my family vacation recaps, y'all know how Mama Jones was talking about how she has a young dude. They go to young dude, y'all. The girl say she finna end up on Love After Lockup. Okay, that's the young dude. I don't know if he in jail or what, but he look like that. Look like a jail background. No cap. So Mama Jones said, "Beautiful awakening. Feels so good to wake up to something like this. I hope you guys can wake up to this beautiful too." Someone said he looks like Jim. Is that your younger son? He said, "No, that's my man." Okay. Shout out to Mama Jones, for cougar lifestyle. Okay, congratulations. All right, we'll start taking my callers. You guys, first person, Asha, what is going on? What is going on?
Can you hear me? Oh, let me clear my voice. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
speak up just a little bit.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Now it's about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of starting with the interview. The interview was kind of boring. I was bored. I won't lie. It was like I think that we need to stop interviewing them and giving them attention because it's like it's not worth it. And I think it's like it's enabling.
Mm-hmm.
On
Do you
top
think
of it,
Jason asked all the right questions that the people wanted to know?
no, because I think the interview was late. Like that was so late. Like now there's new stuff.
Yeah.
Like we need an interview like yesterday, like literally. Like, and it wasn't that. I was like, okay, like we heard this. It was interesting, yes. Like it added to like I guess the character development of whoever Chrisean is. But
Right.
like I was just like, oh, are we doing this again? You know what I mean? It's just kind of, it's tired now. They're getting tired.
No, I feel you because during the whole interview, I'm getting exhausted watching them. Like I feel like you know what I felt like. I felt like I was doing work while I was watching them. I'm like, oh, I had to keep
Yes,
stopping. I'm like,
it was exhausting. Like they're exhausting. It's like 1 minute, and I think that in this interview, I think Blue was a little. I don't know the right word, like the right censored word, but up there. You know what I mean? He seemed
oh.
more happy than he usually seemed, or more carefree. I don't know why that was. Um, like in comparison to the no jumper interview. I mean, I like this interview more than the no jumper interview just because like I didn't enjoy watching her meltdown.
Mhm.
But in terms of content wise, I don't know. I don't know. But the other topics, I didn't even know about the allegations with Juan. That's like making me sad.
Yeah.
I had no idea about
So
that. And
do you know this is what happened basically? So one of his students, he had like an assistant coach who was, I guess, harassing and messing with one of the students, and
mhm.
um, the student went to Juan and told him, and he never went back to report it to the school board. Like, hey, this assistant director is having an inappropriate relationship or doing something that's making him uncomfortable. So that, in fact, makes him liable because you code
Yeah.
of conduct wise have to like report it.
Report that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up. But
Hmm.
I mean, I wonder that should be on the show because this is one pick that I have because now I'm all caught up. I've been
Right.
watching. You said months ago to watch, and then I started watching.
Yes,
I finally
you did.
finished it.
What do you think?
Yes,
What do you think? What do you think?
I have so many thoughts. I love Karen. I
Yeah.
love Karen. I've always like since the big. I didn't like her in the beginning. Actually, no. I used to like Giselle, but now I'm seeing the messiness that they were saying exists. I kind of understand her as a person though.
Hmm.
Candace is my like top favorite. Candace and Karen are my two favorites. Like I relate. I understand Candace very much, and Ashley gets on my nerves so bad, so bad. I don't need like I Ashley makes me very upset. She's my least favorite. um, but like with Robin, I think like because this is my thing about Robin. Robin's never had her moment. I feel like everybody's had their moment where everybody's mad at them and they're saying things to them. But I don't think that as a group collectively, Robin's had her moment, and it pisses
Hmm.
me off because Robin's not that innocent, and she's not even like this season especially. I feel like the cracks are starting to show. The way that she goes off and like does her I don't like it. Something about it irks me,
Hmm.
and like whenever she raises her voice even it does do the Patrick thing. I saw that last recap. It is the Patrick thing. It's like I can't even take you seriously right now. But I'm trying to think, there were other topics too, but I forgot what they were.
With the whole Beyonce thing.
Oh, I mean, I think Beyonce should just get her money. I would do it too.
Yeah, anybody would.
Whatever.
It's 24 million. Okay,
That's a
Natalie
lot of
doesn't
money. It's
allow deals like that to slip, like to come through a lot. Like, but Natalie put some together like this. Like, that's crazy.
yeah, no, but like literally, I would like, I understand the same like thing of it, but even if it's outlawed or not accepted in public or whatever it is, there still is a community there, and people have to
Right.
recognize that
No,
too.
that's why I
Like
mentioned what I
there's,
mentioned because it's for everybody. Like, it's not just for gay
yeah,
couples, it's for like everybody. Like, straight couples can't even do PDA in public. That's what the
yeah,
girls were saying in the reunion. Anybody in my
hmm
entertainers that are Dubai, that live in Dubai, leave it in the comments and let me know if I'm correct. Because hey, I'm going by what they're saying because they live in Dubai.
yeah. Yeah, but those are my thoughts. And I have to next time there's a Potomac thing, like by the reunion, I'll have a lot to say. Oh, I even
Okay.
forgot about Mia. Mia's very scary. I don't understand her.
Wait,
But
what's scary?
yeah,
Her actions or her cratered face?
everything about it, like from head to toe. And then the husband and the whole situation of it, it really I'm just always just like side eye, okay. But yeah, yeah, those are my
Thank you
thoughts.
so much for calling in.
No problem.
All right, night. All right, next person I'm gonna add in, you guys, is Fee. What is going on, Fee? Are you gossip for
Hi.
the city, Fee?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how are you, love?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You heard what I said? Are you gossip for the city fee?
No, I'm not gossip for the city fee.
I said, let me find out she's an entertainer.
I wanted to talk about Chrisean and Blueface.
Uh-huh.
I just think that Chrisean, I watched the Jason Lee video earlier.
Mhm.
She won't let Blueface get a word in. I don't like how, he kind of, and I get it, they're toxic, but he brought her into his world, as far as being a rapper. I don't like how she is almost just taking this and it's her thing. Everything is
Mhm.
about her. She feels that she's the star. She openly says it, She
Right.
won't let him get a word in. And I'm just sitting back and watching that. That's a problem. I also, I know a lot of people aren't saying it. I don't think that she's pregnant. I think that she wanted him
Ooh.
around her on his birthday. He wasn't. She
Mhm.
wanted that attention. And I do think that, she keeps saying Jaden's jealous of her. I think she really wants that Jaden spot. And, she's the number one to our eyes, but I feel like she knows Jaden's real position. That's all I wanted to say. But
Ooh. How
yeah.
did you think Jason did during the interview? Do you think he asked all the right questions that the girls wanted to know?
No, again, I was reading the comments. I think that, Jason does direct a lot of the things back to himself. But I think that he also was real hesitant with them. And
Yeah.
he couldn't get his questions answered by Blueface by himself. And I heard him eventually he did start saying, like, okay, can Blueface answer this? I think he did better than Cardi's.
Oh,
But
yes.
I also, and not to put the two together, but I did watch Armand when he did his little review of Jason Lee after he watched it. And the questions that Armand asked was definitely the ones that Jason should have asked. I don't know if you watched Armand's, but he was going
Yeah.
through the questions he would have asked. And
Right.
yeah, that's more how it should have went. I think he did better. But
Mhm.
I think that he had a less serious crowd. He was talking to Blueface and Chrisean, so he's
And
whatever he
I
could
think he was
ask.
so scared to ask Cardi some questions because they're friends. This is why this blogging thing, it's not, you can't really have friends in this. That's what, like, because they're going to try to control what you say and do.
Right. I feel like his interview with Cardi would be the same. Let's say he was to interview Rihanna and ASAP.
Right.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in.
No problem, honey. Take care.
Right. You too,
Bye bye.
night. All right, next person I'm gonna add you guys is My Tai. My Tai, My Tai. My Tai, you not ready? Oh, My
Hello.
Tai. Hello? Yeah. Can you
I
hear
don't
me?
know how to do this. This is my first time.
No,
Okay.
I can hear you
Let me
perfect.
come back in. Let me go.
Okay. All right, once she does that, you guys, make sure you guys run up that like button because Roller Ray told me the friends and the ex is still not hitting that like.
It's time to finish these once and for what. Oh, and the friends, nothing to say. And the exes, still over there. Do I care? No. Oh, soon and soon.
Okay. I will say this though, with the whole interview, I can tell that like first, this interview is old. You can tell it's very old. This was around because those pictures. I remember that the pictures of them. This is the remember when I did that video and I said the pictures were giving TRL. That was around that time. So that was like a month ago, like a good month ago. Like I think they filmed this in like December. Late not December, early January, like first week of January then. Like first week of January then. It had to have been. Or late December. Yeah, first week of January, late December, because it didn't seem like it was recent because of the questions that they were asking. Plus, they kept putting the previously recorded thing up. All right, what is going on? Yeah, hello.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never did this before, so I didn't know what I was doing.
No, you're good, good. What did you think about the interview?
Okay, so I did not listen to it or anything like that. So I'm here to talk about whatever.
Mhm.
Whatever. I didn't really like get into what you were talking about, so I really don't know
We're talking
where to
about the
even start.
Blueface and Chrisean interview, and then also Robin, Juan's roommate.
Oh yeah, so right after they announced, well, no, before or after she announced that they're married, it came out from the girlfriend that she
Right,
got all this evidence that they've been messing around, right? Ain't that a coincidence?
right. And I think
What
the
was
marriage is a coincidence itself.
That's crazy. That green eye bandit, not even her green eyes could help her. That's so sad. That
Do
is
you
so
think
sad.
she'll
She
be
feels like
invited back for next season? Because now that
no.
she's married, what else is there to show?
And she's such a viper. Like she's like, okay, come on. Like how can you talk so much ish
Mhm.
and not like you just got so much baggage, but you don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
none of that. You don't want to go hard at all. Like
I do think next season they need to do like a really, really big revamp. I don't think they'll survive with the same cast. It just won't go, in my opinion, like at all. I just don't see
what what what's the guy who's running everything from Housewives?
No,
What's his name?
Carlos King used to run everything, but not anymore. Are you talking about
Who's the
Andy?
white gentleman?
Andy.
Andy. Okay. Do you think he likes her?
Robin. Oh yes. The thing, let me tell you something. Andy has his favorites with each franchise. He
Mm.
likes Robin and Giselle from Potomac. He likes Candy from Atlanta. That's why Candy's never gonna go anywhere. He loves Candy. Loves Candy down. Loves Teresa. Loves Erica Jane. There's certain girls that like those are like his favorite golden people. So Robin and Giselle to him are like the face of Potomac. That's why you see they haven't gone anywhere all these seasons, and then on the reunion they get certain seats, especially Giselle.
Well, I will say I was Team Monique, so I am so
Same.
happy that they gave Candace another chance because
Mhm.
this season is her season.
Oh
Swear.
yeah, it is.
I'm happy for the reads and the humbleness, the humble reads though. Like
Right. It's not
she's
like
doing it.
childish like in the past.
Yes, in the past, oh, I couldn't take her. I swear, all that crying, it was just like, are you an adult? Like, girl.
It's the corner napkins here.
It was right there. It'd be right next, like, what is it when you can fold up napkins and stuff?
Yes.
It'd be sitting right there next to her. Like, I can't take it.
I'm
Also,
like,
I will say,
uh-huh.
I don't think Chrisean is pregnant. Like, I'm not getting it.
A lot of
I'm
people
not.
are saying that, but I don't see her being that crazy enough to, because it's gonna come out eventually. Because 9 months from now, if there's no baby, everybody's gonna be like, "What the heck happened?"
But Chrisean is that childish that like she gonna keep us along for 9 months and be like, what? I don't know.
Baby fell out, babe.
Childish as hell. But yeah.
So what do you think? You think she got a pee from somebody in Baltimore and put it on a stick?
I don't know what she's doing, honestly. I don't know. She's like, I don't know what she's doing, but it's funny. And it's not funny at the same time because, you know, there's people out there that would love to have children. So she's kind of, I think she's playing with stuff. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
It's funny.
I heard you say, this ain't YouTube. She ain't pranking nobody.
No, for real. Because, okay, people that usually do that are like YouTubers. Like, they'll do like the, oh, I'm pregnant, or like, we broke up type of post. Like, why would she prank us? Like, there's no reason to prank us. Like, it wouldn't make any sense for her to fake the pregnant. I really do think that she's pregnant. I just don't see her lying about stuff like that. To me, she's a stunt queen, but she's not that type of stunt queen. It's funny, the other day I did a maternity shoot, and the girl, it was her first baby, and I took her photos, and she was telling me she's nervous. I said, "You're not Chrisean Ross, so you're gonna be straight." So you'll be all right.
Hey, if she's pregnant, honest to God, like I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
When it comes to baddies and all of this entertainment stuff, I'm only entertained. I'm not invested. Like these are my best friends. Like you know, like you know what I mean. Some people get to be the villain. Sometimes some people get to be the person, like you know, the VIP person. Whatever. I'm interested in whoever is like you know entertaining me. Like Honestly, so if Chrisean can make me laugh, I mean, she, you know, she a little off. I could say that honestly, but
Right.
I'm, you know what I'm saying. If she can make us all believe that she's pregnant, or if she is pregnant, I don't know. You know, I'm not on her
But
ankles
you
like
you do realize she'll get a lot of backlash for that because people, of course, want to be pregnant that can't get pregnant.
Yeah.
So you kind of joking about it, people are going to be really mad at that.
Do you think this would be the nail in the coffin?
Oh
Like,
yes,
yeah.
100%.
I
Because you
think, like
won't
you
miss out
said
that.
earlier, you said this earlier that people are starting like we went through their TV show and people were honestly tired of reporting on them. Like,
Right.
I think they're hitting their peak. Like,
Oh
for
yeah,
real.
definitely. They're hitting their peak and they need to find like a new shtick because
Something
that whole
else.
toxic shtick is
Mhm.
getting like exhausting. Anytime the blogs post them, you literally see the comments like, "Oh my God, are they paying you guys? Is Zeus paying you guys? Lemmy's doing
Mhm.
this." So it's kind of like, yeah, they need to figure that out.
Yeah. So
But the
I
baby will do
mean,
new content, okay?
we want it though. Like, we want you to report on it. You feel me?
Yeah.
We want to be, because I you know, I got a job, so I be listening to you.
Mhm.
You know, just getting through the day. So we need some more stuff to report on. Okay, that's it.
Right.
That's all.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right, night.
Bye.
All right, entertainers, let me know what you guys think about some of these topics in this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, okay? I'm gonna try to drop a couple more videos for tonight and then, of course, tomorrow. All right, entertainers, let me know what you guys think, and we are out, babies.
No personal thing.